The year is 1457 BCE, and the region known as Canaan, which today is more or less synonymous with Israel, is a powder keg just waiting for a spark to ignite it. Over the past several decades, the native Canaanite city princes have grown increasingly tired of being ruled over by the Egyptian Empire. Now, word has reached the court of Thebes, the capital of Egypt, that these princes are planning to rebel and throw off the Egyptian yoke once and for all. And so the Pharaoh Thutmose III, who at just 16 years old has recently ascended to the throne, has a decision to make. Should he stay safely in Thebes and consolidate his power, or should he defy the advice of his counselors and lead an army north to put down this rebellion? Well, he decides to do the latter, and this will be the first episode of his campaign. Welcome back, everybody, to my channel, where today we're going to be talking about the greatest pharaoh of ancient Egypt. In this series, I will be covering the life and legacy of Thutmose III and how he came to be known as the most successful military commander in Egyptian history. But before we get into it, if you love anything to do with ancient Egypt, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, where every Friday I put out a new fun fact about Egypt. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, at just 16 years old, Thutmose III has just become pharaoh. He inherited a kingdom that was in a state of constant warfare. His father, Thutmose II, had waged campaign after campaign to the north, attempting to put down this very rebellion that we are going to be focusing on today. But the elder Thutmose was never able to solve the problem, and so it fell to his young successor to do what he could not. Thutmose II had left him a powerful army, but he also left him a kingdom on the verge of anarchy. As soon as Thutmose III took the throne, he had to go to war in Nubia, and when he returned from there, he learned that Syria had fallen into the hands of the Hittites. So Thutmose III spent his first 2 years as pharaoh putting out fires all over his empire. But finally, when things settled down, he turned his attention to the Canaanites and the princes of that region. As soon as they heard that Egypt was once again at peace, they had sent an envoy to Nubia asking for help. You see, while the Egyptians were at war in the south, the Canaanites had rebelled against their overlords and driven them out of several cities. Now, word of their insolence had reached the pharaoh, and he was preparing to march north to put them down. When Thutmose III heard that the Canaanites were planning a full-blown rebellion, he knew that he had to act quickly. He assembled an elite force of 60,000 soldiers, 30,000 of which were infantry armed with swords and bows, 20,000 were chariots, and 10,000 were cavalry. He placed his vizier, Userhat, in charge of the rear guard, gave orders for the army to set out, and followed after them. When his generals asked him why he wasn't letting Userhat lead the way, since he himself would be safer in the rear, he replied, "I am going to show the Syrians what it means to have a lion as their king." And so began the story of Thutmose III. The scene opens on a wide shot of the Egyptian army marching north out of Thebes towards the Syrian border. As they make their way through the desert, we see the soldiers singing and dancing, celebrating their upcoming victory. The camera focuses in on Thutmose III leading the procession. He sits in a golden chariot drawn by 4 white horses and wears a magnificent blue and gold-striped cape. His face is determined and resolute as he looks ahead to the challenges that lie before him. He carries a crook and flail, symbols of his authority as pharaoh and king of Egypt. As the army approaches the border, the tone of the music changes and the soldiers' spirits begin to flag. They have been warned of the fierce warriors that live beyond the river, and many are now beginning to regret their decision to come. But Thutmose III rallies them with a rousing speech, reminding them of their duty to protect Egypt and its people. He tells them that the Canaanites have no idea what is about to hit them and that they will soon learn the meaning of true strength. With renewed determination, the soldiers prepare to cross the river and face whatever challenges await them on the other side. And that's gonna be it for this episode. Let me know what you guys thought about the story so far and how you think this whole series is gonna play out. Episode 2 will be coming next week, and I hope you guys are excited because things are really gonna start picking up. Before I go, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.